Understand that in life there is no losses and there is no wastage. Because we are on Earth School, I've come to understand in my perception that all we get out of this life is lessons. And those lessons make us who we are or establish us more. It's from the experiences we go through that you discover yourself. So, nothing is really ever wasted. I was talking to a good friend of mine who said, oh, some people are just a wastage of space. Then a realization came to me, and which is part of how I take life, that no one and nothing is a wastage of space. Because especially with the people we deal with, life as itself is so easy and it is actually amazing and wonderful. It's the relationships that we enter in, and you find that most of them we've created. And when such relationships don't meet our expectations, we tend to put the blame on them, or we even sometimes make it worse by blaming ourselves. Talking from experience, if I hadn't been where I have been, if I haven't been exposed to the different people that I've been exposed to, if I hadn't gone through the different experiences that have put me where I am, I wouldn't know. Honest to God, there was a time when I used to work 70 hours. There was a time when I could do working night and still continue on a day shift because my mind was focused on the money. Then when I was down, I came to realize that actually no amount of money can give you a pain-free body. So that was my lesson. It wasn't a wastage of time. And as regards to the people we deal with, when people portray who they are and they bring out, we are very good at masking. But in the long run, the longer you stay with somebody, the masks will fall off. So you will really come to know the real person. Having known who the real person is, if you're of the same make, birds of the same feather flock together, you'll continue. If you are not of the same make, then it will show you that, oh, actually, I meant to go on a different destination. And somehow, somewhere, I think I might have mistaken, or I might have thought that we are headed the same way. And that will show you what type of person you are. You can't say that I'm kind. You see me, I'm very kind. I'm very God-fearing. Or you know me, I know I have a lot of love. Unless that love has been tested. You can never know what you're capable of unless you've been pushed to the wall and you have to fight. And the way you fight will teach you, will also reveal to you what type of person you are. So, if you've had life easy, if your friends have always done what you really expected of them, then it means one of you is actually not living their true selves. And that is what goes on in life. Everyone tends to be like, oh, people are this. Yesterday, one gentleman was like, oh, my wife said I can talk to so-and-so, but I can't talk to so-and-so. And I said, okay, then you talk to the one she said you can talk to, and then it will reveal to you that she doesn't like it either. And he was like, oh my God, people. And I said, oh, so up to now you've not realized that we are the most weirdest creature of all God's creatures. Sometimes I wonder, sometimes you would be like, oh my God, is there even a limit to what we are capable of? But all in all, what I wanted to share today is that don't look at your life and you think you've wasted any of your time. No. Just go back and take off those lessons. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And whatever you've learned makes you a better person. If you haven't learned anything, before you lose your parents, you always have somebody to count on. When you lose your parents, that's when you actually know who your real friends are, because you might even have a partner who, out of respect for your parents, will behave. Then, because our parents are the rock solid on whom we depend, in most cases, normally, because one will say, oh, me, my parent, but at least it's a back. But once your parents have left you to the world, then the world will reveal its true nature. And it is during that time when you should know who your real parent is. For me, I've come to understand that dear Mother Earth, where I'm seated now, is my ground. And just like the big trees you see that stand all weather times, you need to ground very well. And then my Father in heaven will take care of the rest. Those are the only reality I can say. That is the unshifting reality. A mango tree will never become an apple. So I've come to realize a banana tree will be a banana tree. You can change it, make it bigger, but it will still be a banana. But as for us human beings, even I who speaks to you, I'm capable of being a demon. I'm capable of being the devil. I'm capable of being the angel. I'm capable of being the Christ. I'm capable of being the Lazarus. And so are you. Understanding that, look deep and you see. Everything you see around you is a mirror reflection. What is it reflecting? I actually didn't understand this, but I'm sharing it with you because sometimes when they say it's a mirror, it's a mirror. It is something to show you what is present, what you're dealing with. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are the same person. No, it doesn't mean that you are like that. No, because I've also had to go and look at that carefully. They say mirror, mirror, mirror. But because everything has a deeper meaning, it came to me that what you see around you is reflecting to you how your sight is, how your clarity is, how much you value yourself or how much you devalue yourself. Looking at the friends around you, looking at the people, the partners you're picking, it will show you that, do you actually know your value? Do you actually know where you're headed? Or have you discounted yourself? Or are you just like a sheep being led to slaughter? So today's sharing was nothing is ever wasted. It is all lessons. And another thing, look at what you've created, and then anything you don't like, you are free to recreate at any time. It's never late. I am sure that even after you go, you will come back and continue with your creation journey. Much love and best wishes.